this channel. So first, why it is hard to be a woman. Okay, let's get started. But first, let me introduction word of sacrifice. Since we know women have to bear a child 9 months and her body changes, her hormone changes, even her period, menstruation, everything's gonna be changed, and already a curse because that's already what happened to Eve when she neglect the command of God. So what curse she had is bearing the child. So it's a laboring. The curse of being a woman is to bear the child. That's first and ever happened to women being cursed. And as a female, it's not because we don't like to bear the child. It's like we know we used to know this is a curse that women brought since Eve was being the first woman. Okay, the second part is we have no power to get in the top of pyramid. If we think there's a democracy, if there's a rights to women, actually the answer will be no. We're still at the rat race inside this system where everything is already controlled by big brothers and oligarchs. And no one can say women have already got the top of pyramid even nowadays. Even they had a education, a lot of opportunities, we're still under by this system of oligarchs. This is a curse, you know. A lot of y'all thinking it's okay, yeah, I got a job, I got it all, but we're still under by the big brothers watching us. You know, if you read the book 1984 by, I forgot the name of the author, and the third part is that men don't like to be honest with us that being a girl is so like only to be pretty, and they observe that we only get our privilege because of faces and body, but it's actually a curse because you will attract a guys that is very lustful. If you are so beautiful woman, you will attract those bad guys that don't have a plan for you, who don't have to secure your future, who don't have to be settled on relationship. They will just wanna get attached with you and drone your energy and ciphering you. That's a curse. That's why being a woman is already a curse. Because Eve was supposed to be not bearing a child in the first place. She have given this privilege or this responsibilities because we know Eve was being cursed after she ate the fruit of knowledge. That's the reality. So the fourth part is that women have to sacrifice herself just to be in relationship. Why? Why does she need to sacrifice? Because fairy tale of Disney is not real. Even though Cinderella was getting the prince, she was automatically showing how the poor girl can actually get a guy that she don't show a love but only to secure her future. It's not just a curse, but the unexpected ending of her life story and destiny. So if you think Disney will make your life more great and can adapt real life situation, honey, that's not true. It was fake. Even Snow White, she would never ever let that her dead body was being kissed by this guy who's alive. This literally a disgusting. Why would you do that? Right? It has to be explainable why this Disney showing to us that princess can get their Prince Charming. Prince Charming are everywhere. They're gonna give your life everything. But in real life, It doesn't happen. Many women suffering from depression, emotional baggage, emotional chaos because of these guys who playing their emotion. You know what? They're using your emotion to manipulate you. And even though I've read a tons of books explain it, even in psychology, it was. So stop telling to the world the women are very, graceful beings that we should treasure because it's cursed being a woman. Okay? I'm not saying you should not heal your feminine. I'm not saying you should not heal yourself from this feminine energy of being a woman. I'm saying the truth that it already occurs to all of this and how to stop this loop. How to escape this loop. First and foremost, the solution was we have to lessen the population rate. We have to drop out the population rate because all the rat race involved with population, the densities of people around the world. Second is we should never date, ever date or get a guy who will never settle for marriage. That's the rule number 2. And the rule number 3, we should not get a guy become pre-selected because someone likes him and we should like him. That's not a rule for number 3. A rule number 3 belongs to rule number 3, do not pre-selected the guy and make them on the top of pyramid because they have girls that like them. Because they use it to manipulate our mind and our earrings. That is fine, even though that's cheating. That's already micro cheating and using it to dictate that they are being a bad guy, but in reality, they're just copying every single book that they've read. It's already exposed to the social media, so no one can hide it like a secret boxes. Okay, so number 4, rule number 4. Okay, rule number 4, we should never ever befriend who has a girlfriend or who has a wife because that's a women um, women knows to each other, or what we call down the line. You should read between the lines. Okay, that's a girl talk, right? So 5 rule is we should never commit unless he offer things like money or everything that is in privilege. Okay, so if he just give you marriage to stock up you and give you a baby just to stock your life, that is already a curse. Because some of women like baddie, like a baddie, are number one victims. Even the beautiful girls, they are actually the victims of this complexity of men in society that, you know I will serenade you, but in reality it's not gonna happen, dear. This guys who thinks they are impossibly get the women who's beautiful, their ego will go high up and go cheating. That's the reality. If you check the Hollywood actresses, like with Leonardo DiCaprio, like he date only 18 to 25, right? Because he is ill guy. He has a disorder. If this guy is dating only 18 to 20, he could have a OCD. You know, because Leonardo DiCaprio is not a normal guy. Actually, he has many disorder. He will repeat those kind of 18 to 25 on his mind because he has a obsession disorder behavior. And this guy gonna copy him, even though they know this is a disorder guy. This is ridiculous how this guy's thinking it's gonna be good thing to copy Leonardo DiCaprio, because he's something to do it. No, he's a ill guy. Have you ever figured out how he had this disorder? You guys, have you think about it? Like, are you guys okay? Because these guys are still copying it, still hyping. Okay, polygamy was okay, but they're not Muslim. Okay, they copying someone's idea with their fellow men, pleasing their fellow men, pleasing other patriarchy system, while themselves they're fucked up. They're lost in the woods. They're lost in the middle of the woods. This guy are like a cruel wolves who trying to figure out where they go and driving motorcycle, driving vehicles without knowing their destiny. That's how they are. Look at them. They're like a lost in the middle of the wood, and they're like a hungry wolves who doesn't know where they go. That's the reality of these guys. They don't like to face the truth that they are pleasing with their fellow men just to get that validation. It's so crazy to see how these guys get 18 years old above without thinking and having this maturity while their brain don't evolve because their brains start with 26 years old and above. These guys don't think radically, they only choose freedom and logic. But in reality, it suffered them into the point they're choosing a wrong path and thinking, oh, I'm going to go on my own way. This guy thinking, I'm going on my own way. Yeah, you're lost, man. You are lost in the middle of the woods. You don't know where you go. You're just thinking, oh, I have to get a girls, I have to get a job, I have to go rat race. And then what? You've wasted your 40 years of your life there. Not only women are the one wasting their youth. Most a lot of young guys wasting their youth in depression, drug addiction, and death. Early, early suicide. You know why it happens? Because they don't express their emotion. They are using their emotion for their own capacity to solve it while they cannot handle any of things. This is why men have more higher risks of suicide because they don't know what they are going to. They are not navigating their own emotion. They are lost in the middle of the. They're like hungry wolves who are trying to get a food but don't know where to go. That's these guys. They are copying everyone's to please other men, to please their fellow patriarchal matrigamy, this polygamy system that is been indoctrinated to them. This is literally disgusting how they are doing it just to prove themselves. It's just to hide themselves. It's so disgusting. So being a woman is a curse. But if you try to realize that your power is into your hands, you can use that. Not just opportunity, but also to escape the rat race. So there's a many ways to re-escape yourself to rat race. First and foremost, if you want to get a finances or job, we must go like home basis. You know, we don't have to work in company. We don't have to work in many establishment. Because these guys don't like competition with women. Why? Because they feel guilty. They feel jealousy. Because men are very competitive by nature. They want you to feel like, oh, you should be humble yourself. This guy wants you to humble yourself. They don't want you to get your life ahead of them. They're freaking afraid to get high up because someone is better than them and they cannot accept that. It's very crazy. So this video is just made by me, no script, no everything. It's just followed on my mind and only my thoughts about this issue and commentary. Once again, this is 𝕼𝖚𝖎𝖓𝖚. I hope you like this video and thumbs up. And if you don't like, it's fine. That's okay. No forcing, okay? This is my channel, and my purpose is to give more a lot of things about misery, cartomancy, and advices, and of course music, because we all do those things, social studies, and yeah, this is 𝕼𝖚𝖎𝖓𝖚. Thank you guys for watching.